I want to tell you just a little story. Linda is she's my advanced scout. And so what happens is, generally, Linda is out in the world and she meets some incredible person or hears about some incredible thing, and and then she comes home and she says, you need to look into this. Normally if I go out and I find something that grabs me, and then I'm like the junkyard dog. I got to learn everything, and I'm just into it full blast. So in about 1988, I had a spiritual experience in 1980, and literally in about 10 minutes I went from being one person to being another person. And out of that I became a seeker, and I wanted to learn everything there was to learn. And so I did every seminar and I did every workshop, and we studied Native American teachings and Eastern teachings, and everything having to do with the mind, and we lived in teepees and went to mountains and climbed pyramids, and you name it. I mean, we did everything. And so and I read every book. I've got a list of books. I mean, that doesn't even begin to tell you the number of books and everything that we read. But in 1988 I said, I don't think it's out there. Voila. So after 8 years I said, I don't think it's out there. I think I need to do more inner work. And we were already doing inner work. We were meditating, and we were doing, a number of different practices. And so I said, no more teachers. I'm going to do inner work. So I'm doing more inner work. And in 1990, Linda comes home one day and she says, I just met the most amazing person. And I went, no, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know about it. She says, no, I think he's just an amazing person. I said, well, what's his name? He says, Miguel. I go, no more teacher. Yeah, so I'm resisting. And so I go to work and I get a call on the phone. And Linda says, I just talked with Miguel, and you don't have to do anything, just give him a call. No, I'm not calling. I'm busy. The company's collapsing around me. I'm a mess. I don't want to call some guy, I guess, no. And she goes, just call him. So I know I'm going to lose the battle because I've lost every one of them. There's no indicator that this will be different. So I said, all right, I'll call him. So I dial the phone, and I hear on the other end, hello? And I go, and I put on my best business voice. Yes, this is David Dibble. May I speak to Miguel Ruiz, please? This is Miguel. I go, hello, Miguel. I believe that you had lunch with my wife, Linda. She suggested that I call. I don't know why. But anyway, I'm calling. Oh, yes, we should meet right away. I can't meet right away right now, Miguel. I've got a lot of work, and I'm underwater in the business, and there's no way that I can meet right away. She says, oh, no, not right away, in 1 hour. And I started laughing. I said, what is happening here? One of these kinds of things. I'm in an insane asylum. So anyway, 45 minutes later, I'm driving down the street, and I pull up to this place, and I've heard that it's the temple. Well, it's not a temple, it's a little house, and not a great neighborhood. And I'm going, oh no, so I go to the front door and knock, and nobody answers. And so I go, okay. Then I'm thinking, you know what? If I don't go around the side, first thing Linda's going to ask me, well, did you go around the side? And I'm, okay, so I'll go around the side. So I go around the side, and I'm just getting ready, I'm just knocking on the door like this, and this little brown man, about this tall, these huge eyes, walks to the front door and opens the door, and he has this big smile on his face. And I said, hello, I'm looking for Miguel. I'm Miguel. I went, I'm David Dill. Oh, yes, please come in. Like this. And so we walk into this room, and he says, oh, please sit down. But of course, there's no furniture. But I've been in places where there's no furniture, so I'm hanging in there, And so he sat down in the middle of the floor, and I sat down cross-legged, like you might do at the ashram. And I looked in his eyes. I swear to God, it was about 2 minutes. I looked in his eyes and I went, oh, Lord, this is my teacher. But I just like to tell the story, you know, because it was just the most, it was like, you know, when you have found your teacher, you just know. And that was the start of, you know, 8 years where we were really fortunate. Joya was there for actually quite a bit of that time as well. And we had the opportunity. It was small. Linda once went to Teo with him with 3 people. You know, now it's hundreds. But we were able, you know, to develop, you know, not only a teacher-student relationship, but we were friends, which was, I think, for me, a very important thing as well. So 8 years later, we were in Teotihuacan, and I had maybe the most powerful experience of my life at the top of the Pyramid of the Sun. And it actually changed me physically in some ways. And I came off the pyramid and I walked into, there's a restaurant down there, it's called The Cave. I can't remember what it's actually called, but it's down in this cave. It's actually a very unique restaurant. And I walked in there, almost everybody was there that was on the journey, and Miguel was sitting at the head of the table, and he looked at me and he knew instantly what had happened. And then we were on our way, walking home from the restaurant, and he pulled me aside and he said, "I'm no longer your teacher. It's time for you to teach." So that was then the question became, he asked me, he said, later on, Lynn and I were having lunch with him, and he said, "Okay, what will you teach?" I said, "I'm going to teach in the workplace." He goes, "Why would you do that? That's so hard." I said, "I think it's my dharma, you know, my duty." And he said, "Okay, good."